Yo, what's good? This is Ike with the Mega Academy channel. We're currently in a war against Donkey Punch, and I wanted to show a tutorial for a GoLavaLoon attack. So let's first off look at the army comp. I ran with 4 Lava Hounds, a Golem in my clan castle, 4 wizards, plus there's one more in my clan castle, so 5 wizards technically, 20 balloons, and 2 wall breakers. And then of course my king, my queen, and then 3 rage spells and 2 free spells, and of course the poison. So this is just after the update that just happened, and you'll see how the poison spell works. It's a little bit different than what it was before, and it's a little bit, you got to be a little bit more precise and careful about placing it, but ultimately it does work out a lot better. So I went in with my CC here, and that's the Golem. You'll notice I've dropped the Golem, and then I make sure that all these defenses are all targeting my Golem before I drop anything else. I don't want my wizards getting picked off, and I definitely don't want my 2 wall breakers getting picked off. So I make sure the Golem gets here, focuses all the defense, and then I drop in my 2 wall breakers coming in behind them, going this way, and then I drop in a wizard, and then my other 2 wizards. And the reason I drop my 2 wizards here is so that they'll take out these outside buildings. Then I can drop we'll change to yellow. I can then drop my king and my queen, and I can send them in either targeting this building or this building here, the camp or the barrack, and that way that'll funnel them into this center area. And the goal is to take out kind of everything in these compartments. That's what I expect to take out. I expect to take out the queen, definitely the air defense, and then of course I expect the CC to get pulled out here and to be taken out by the poison spell as well as my heroes. So that's that for the lure. And then you'll see that in my army that leaves me with my 20 balloons and my 4 hounds, and then of course my spells. So from there, I expect I drop a hound coming in from of course you always go with the wide angles, as wide as possible, so that you cover as much defenses as well as traps. You want to pick off as many traps as you can with your hound deployment. So drop in the hounds. And then before attacking the base, I decided I was going to drop 3, assuming this archer tower was gone, I'd be able to drop, we'll switch colors for the balloons, we'll make the balloons green, 3 loons here, again 3 loons on this archer tower, so 3 loons on the wizard tower, 3 loons on the archer tower, 3 loons on this other archer tower, and then just 2 loons here. I figured what would happen is these loons would flow from here and then come into in this direction. I figured this was probably Tesla's, or we'll change color for the Teslas. We'll make the Teslas a nice bright white color. So I figured the Teslas were here and here. This was just a guess. Wasn't totally sure, but this is where I thought they would be. Maybe even here. I didn't think there was a Tesla here, but we'll highlight it just because it's possible. But anyway, going back to the attack, I expected these balloons would come from here, would go to the wizard tower, and then would either flow towards these Teslas, or they would flow towards this air defense and cannon and I'm sorry, mortar, just depending on if there were Teslas here or not. These are definitely going to flow from this archer tower and then go to this cannon. These I expected would flow from this archer tower. I expected that this archer tower would go down about the same time as this one, or would go down before it, I'm sorry. That way the balloons from this archer tower would then flow towards the center. And then with this one, I expected these 2 balloons on this cannon are either going to flow this way or this way. I prefer them to go towards this side, just because you'll notice with this attack, it's better to drop the majority of your balloons in the beginning. So basically the way I split up the base is I split it up into 4 quadrants, right? So this first quadrant, we'll highlight it in this color. So this first quadrant, this is all getting taken out by the kill squad. This second quadrant here, we'll just put a little dot in the middle of it. The second quadrant here, I decide I'm going to drop the majority of my balloons here, because that's where, you know, you need the majority of the balloons to get out quicker and at the beginning rather than later. You only need a few balloons at the end of the attack. So I dropped, I think it was 11 balloons at the start, and then I dropped, how many was it? I think it was 6 more. Oh, I've been disconnected. Reload, sorry. Let's get back into that. Replay. Pause. See if we zoom out and make this. Does it all fit? Okay, it all matches up. So, getting back to it. So I guess I'll just start over. I just kind of lost my train of thought. I deployed the majority of the balloons in this first section on this air defense. That's right here. And this is looking messy now, so we'll just go ahead and get rid of all that. But I deployed the majority of the balloons to take out this one first. And then I, deployed, again, a large number of balloons, but not all of them, save just a few for the back end to take out this air defense here. And then, of course, I only saved 3 balloons, and I decided to drop 1 to take out this wizard tower. 1 was supposed to take out, either this wizard tower or this archer tower, just depending on what's left by that point, and then 1 for this archer tower. And of course, I saved a hound also to, to be able to come in and fly towards this air defense, just to keep it occupied. So that's that. As far as the other things that were targeted by balloons, I think I already mentioned the 3 balloons to these, and then 2 balloons to this cannon, and then I know I definitely dropped some balloons to come to this, and I think, if I remember correctly, I intended for 3 balloons, or 2 or 3 balloons to come to, I think these were all 2s. These were all 2, 2, and 2, so I only used 6 in this quadrant here. But I intended for these balloons to go here, but I think I messed up and they just went here. But attack still worked out, so it's fine. And then, of course, this single target inferno is not so important for, for freezing, so definitely use my freeze here, and that's actually why I went from the left to right as opposed to right to left. You want to take out this multi-target inferno first, and then this one's not as big of a deal, but freeze that second if you need to freeze it at all. So let's clear this all and let's watch the replay. So yeah, I take my time to start my attack, just make sure everything is looking right. So in goes the golem. We'll zoom in here. I just wanted to show you, I made sure everything was targeting that golem before I dropped my wall breakers or my wizards. So wizards are coming in, they're gonna funnel. And there goes my king and my queen. And now you'll see what I did with this poison spell. I dropped it before everything was out of the CC and dropped it where they were going to run to. That way it maximizes the amount of time that they're in there. You'll notice that the poison spell, it doesn't kill those troops right away. It actually does very little damage to start with, but after a period of time, it actually does a ton of damage. You saw those skeletons towards the end of it; they all just kind of died right away. So I guess the best way to explain it is that it works kind of like a single target inferno tower as the damage increases over time. So hounds are in. You notice the wide angle for the hound deployment. Loons are going. Freeze spell's about to go in soon. Got my rage spells in. And then you'll notice on the back end, it's only 1 hound and only 3 balloons, and that's all it took to clean up the back end. And the reason for that is the hounds are already there tanking, as well as your balloons are coming in from the other side, so you really don't need that many hounds on the back end. Didn't get that wizard tower just because that seeking air mine came in and took out that balloon that I dropped on it, and that actually made me a little bit nervous, but still had plenty of troops, and yeah, still had plenty of troops and, you know, able to clean up the base. So at this point it's just, you know, kind of a race against time. And, you know, had plenty of time, plenty of troops out there, lots of pups and balloons all over the place to clean up the base. So that's a 3-star. That's the Go Lava for you. Hope it helps, and y'all take care.